83% of satisfied clients say they are willing to refer. But what's really crazy and tragic is only 29% actually refer business. The gap between happy to help and actually sending you referral is where most business owners are losing the game. They make a connection, but it never turns into a champion. I'm going to show you in this video how to close the gap. Here's what the numbers actually say. 73% of business executives say peer referral or word of mouth is the number one factor in deciding who they're actually going to hire. Number one, not your business card, not your LinkedIn profile, no email content. Like the number one is literally a recommendation from a trusted friend. Meanwhile, a study of over 16 million cold emails showed that it only got an 8% reply rate on a good day. And it showed that every follow-up after the first one performed a lot worse. The way that most people get business is referrals, but that requires follow-up. But the way most people network just gets ignored. That's not a networking problem. That's a system problem, or better yet, a lack of one. I'm Donnie Bovee, and I've spent years studying why talented service providers who are genuinely good at what they do can't convert a networking conversation into paying clients. I've watched people attend several chamber events, networking events, happy hours, networking groups, and only to find that they have nothing to show for it. And once I started teaching it, I've watched business owners walk into a room, have 4 conversations, lead to 2 introductions, and 30 days later led to a closed deal and a new client. So what are these top performers doing every time? Number one, they're picking the right room. 93% of people say face-to-face matters, and 0% say every face matters. Number two, they run a specific conversation framework that moves somebody from stranger to interested in under 10 minutes. And number three, they have a follow-up system that gets a reply. And it's way higher than an 8% because it's not a sales email. Here's the thing. Most networkers are playing a volume game. They think if I just have enough conversations, something will click. But when you do that, you become forgettable. If you're everywhere, nobody remembers you. You're the person that stabs people with your business cards, talk about what you do for 2 minutes, not interested in what they do at all. Nobody ever remembers that person. The person that closes deals, they ask better questions. The number one sales skill in the world is the ability to ask the right questions. They listen longer. They find the one thing the other person actually needs. That's not networking. That's relationship building. And it's what closes the gap between the 83% that don't get referrals and the 29% who actually do. So how do you actually do this? Let me break down each piece. Factor one, the crowd. Most people show up to whatever event crosses their radar. Chamber mixer, sure. Industry panel, why not? Here's the problem. If your ideal referral partner isn't in that room, it's the wrong room. Before you register for any event, you have to ask these 3 questions. 1, who actually attends the event? Not what the organizer says is going to be there. Who are the actual people that show up? 2, are these people selling at the same level I am? Meaning, if I sell B2B multi-million-dollar companies, do they also sell to companies like that? 3, are these people actually networking, or are they just collecting business cards? Real quick, I'm putting a checklist on a screen. Screenshot this because this is your pre-event framework. Answer these 3 questions before you register for anything. The wrong room is worse than no room at all. Factor 2, the connection. You've got 90 seconds to prove that you're not like everybody else in the room. Pressure, right? Here's what actually works is being okay to be put into a box. Think about it this way. When somebody introduces themselves to you, how quickly do you stop listening to what they say? Once you understand what industry they're in, you've already categorized them and put them in a box. That is okay. I hate when people say, don't ask, what do you sell? Or what do you do? I think they're dumb. I think it's the greatest networking conversation opener in the world. Because here's why. The idea of avoiding the box comes from transactional sales. It comes from commodity-driven industries. So insurance, financial advisory, all of those people are trying not to be put into a box. But when you sell B2B mid-market companies, you want to be put into a box. You need to be put into a box so the person you're talking to knows what and how to work with you. So my favorite question literally is, what do you do? Now, I'm looking for how they respond in this moment. What I want to discover is, what industry are they in? Who do they work with? Who are their ideal clients? Because the trick from turning somebody from the crowd to a true connection, it comes after the what do you do question. Once you've figured out what they do, the power move that most people get wrong is they don't ask, how did you get into what you do? When you ask a real question like that, it opens the dialogue up, and you're likely going to find something you can genuinely connect on. Factor 3, the champion. This is where 90% of networkers actually fail. They walk out in the event with a stack of business cards and then send some generic follow-up email, or even worse, they don't follow up at all. During the conversation, when you're getting to know somebody and you're understanding their world, if they are a valuable resource that could introduce you to their ideal clients, then the power move here is simply to schedule the meeting or the follow-up meeting with them right now when you're talking. What really makes this magic is by scheduling right then, you don't screw up the follow-up. But let's say you didn't schedule that meeting. Then the next move that's just worked for me is to make an introduction to somebody else they need to meet and request a Zoom conversation with them. What happens is you're opening a door for them. In an email, I simply explain, hey, Mike, it was a really good conversation at XYZ event. Really appreciate you telling me more insights about your company, what you do, and who you work with. After I got home, I thought about a couple of people I thought would be good introductions for you. Following this email, I'm going to send an introduction to this person and this person. And then you turn around and you fire off an email introduction to those people. And what you're looking for are people who are ideal referral partners for those people. The introduction email can be the simplest thing in the world. We're not trying to give them a referral here. We're introducing them to somebody else that could help their business. So the introduction that you will give, it has to be short, sweet, and to the point. And it can be as simple as this. Hey, Mike, meet Sally. I met you both last night at the event. Didn't know if you had a chance to meet each other. Thought it might be a fun conversation. I'll let you two take it from here. P.S. If you did meet each other, just know I was thinking about you. It's a really simple move, like playing poker or go fish. You're just connecting people together, and it brings them a ton of value. This follow-up move has opened more doors and created more business opportunities simply because I'm bringing them real-world value right now with no ask, no favors needed. I'm just helping and supporting their business. And a reminder, this is not a referral, right? A referral would be an introduction with a sales discovery call attached, meaning that I knew somebody that was looking to purchase their services. I'm connecting them to a referral partner, somebody who also sells to the same type of clients that they do. It works. Trust me, try it, and watch what happens. Factor 4, the mistake. You're likely leaving too early. When you stay at events for a long period of time, you end up drinking more, you end up hanging out more. you'll end up finding yourself surrounded by the people you already know and trust. So I created a rule for myself and I follow it pretty religiously. And that rule is simple: set 2 meetings with your ideal referral partner and then go home. And what I found is by setting those 2 meetings, I'm mission accomplished. I'm getting ROI from the event because I've got something productive to move forward to. I know me, and if I stay longer, so the next event you go to, before you walk in the door, promise yourself that you're going to set 2 appointments and then go home. You've accomplished what you set out to do. Here's the bottom line: more events are not going to save you. Better conversations, better rooms, and better follow-up will. The gap between the 83% willing to make referrals and the that actually do, that's where your business live or dies. Close the gap, and you're no longer networking, you're building champions. If this hit for you, hit subscribe. I'm dropping new content, new videos every week, breaking down the C3 frameworks and more to really teach how I've sold millions of dollars over my career, and I really want to see you win. And as always, love you, mean it. See you, bye.